Well, if you guys have been following my channel for a while, you'll know I did a review on the Life Gear 400, and it was a neat idea. It was small LED flashlight, turns into basically a glow stick on the back, and flashes. A couple neat things is it actually has a compartment so you can store, keys and other emergency items, maybe a whistle, things you'd want to have with you. The second thing is this thing floats, and it has these two little sensors on here that detects when it goes into water, it automatically comes on. I still to this day take this little loop and have this on a screw next to my door of my bedroom. Just in case. I have all sorts of lights, but they're generally in a pocket or a backpack or somewhere. And so this is always in the same spot, never moves. So, enter in the Life Gear CFL glow lantern. At first glance, it looks like your typical little 6-volt, garage flashlight. They took advantage of about 9 LEDs in there. It's got a nice tight focus beam, which I was surprised. For all those LEDs, it's not a wide dispersed beam. It's a nice narrow pattern. It's right at 55 lumens. They say for 13 hours. So, if you click it off, and if you press the button quick enough, you'll go from the main beam to red glowing to red flashing. You'll go into 1 CFL and then 2. And that's one of the reasons I think it's probably the most diverse and usable light that I've reviewed recently. Is you have a flashlight, you have an area light. Now the CFL, I believe that it's like 170 lumens, so it's going to be brighter, more of an area light, of course. But because of the LED technology, they don't need to have the big 6-volt in there, taking up all that room. Now, just like the other glow series that we were talking about, this does have contact points that if this ever hits water, it will automatically turn on, which I think is pretty handy. We'll leave this on and I'll kind of show you. There's some extra room in there. Now their CFLs that they use are a standard 5 watt. So if these burn out, you can just replace them. I'll click this off before I'm touching them. You can replace them with your standard CFLs. There's no special things. These guys just pop right out. You go down to the Home Depot or whatever and pick up a new one. So I like that idea, especially, if LEDs, they last forever. So you don't really have to worry about replacing those, but other parts will eventually wear out. And so that's a nice feature. This whole unit clips in like a standard bulb that attaches the 9 LED head. You look here, there is a piece of plastic in there that was kind of annoying. It's rattling around, so I may take the 4 screws that hold the reflector out and get that out of there. I have not done that yet. And then here is basically the sort of the controls of the whole thing. You get free battery replacements, ship and handling not included if you sign up on Life Gear. And they've been doing that ever since the smaller ones, because it takes 3 little watch batteries, and some people were having a hard time getting a hold of those. So since the very beginning, Life Gear has offered free battery replacement. You just have to sign in, tell them what products you own, and there's a small shipping and handling fee if you can't find that. I think that's a neat feature. With this, though, this takes your standard AA batteries. Another common battery that you guys all have. I'm not running the originals in this one. I'm running the end loops, simply because I use the CFLs probably the most out of all of this, and the CFLs will drain your battery, not super quick, but quicker than a lot of the 100-hour stuff we had before. It does have 1 hour shut off, so I used it quite often and would have to turn it back on. So depending on what your use is, you may find that as a good feature, not to run your battery down, or if it may be an accidental. But it's a neat light to keep in your truck box, the garage, the house. I think it's probably the most versatile light. Recently I looked at all the other Life Gear lanterns, and I don't know. Tell me what you think. I'll insert pictures and comments and all that good stuff. And I appreciate you watching.